Hello, captains. This is Kent again, and welcome to the flight show. So it's been busy. It always seems like I'm telling you it's busy, and it is. And you know, tonight I was working, but you know what? This to show you how this is really such a part of my kind of like my hobby. This is like literally a post that I'm doing for my own personal mental health. This is a mental health break. So I've taken a break from the world to post something that I enjoy because, man, stressed out. So let's just get on with this. I used to make excuses and just be like, no, you should be working, you're just slacking. No, mental health is real. And for my mental health, I'm flying somewhere. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to be doing a flight. It's an actual flight in New Zealand. Actually, it was taking place. I checked it out on FlightAware while I was looking for some flights to take advantage of one of my, favorite aircraft that I'm sure you know, which is the AT72 and 72-500 variant, as a matter of fact. So we're going to just go ahead and knock this bad boy out. We will be doing a flight from Invercargill, for everyone in New Zealand. I am so sorry. Invercargill, New Zealand. And we will be flying all the way to Christchurch International in New Zealand. So let's just go ahead and get this bad boy started. We're going to be using flight first officer, not pro, because it's not designed to work with this aircraft, but the general one I think will. And I've been looking forward to testing it to see if it will. So I'm kind of excited about that. And we will also be utilizing let me get that acronym right because I always mess it up. Our pilot experience, which is, let me pull that bad boy up. Yes, our PACX, or passenger crew experience. So I'm going to go ahead and start that up. But I'm not going to start it, I'm just loading it so that it's up here. Yeah, it is. All right, so let's get into our cockpit and get going. Okay, so what we're going to also need to do is put this up here. I usually keep it on my screen down below so that it doesn't take up space. But you might want to see what it does because, again, I actually have endorsed this project for a very basic thing to kind of give you immersion when you're not using one of those aircraft that's supported by FS2 crew. But he has made a pro version that actually supports a lot of other aircraft, particularly Jiminy Crickets. Precision PMDG. Sorry. Told you I'm stressed out. But anyway, but more of that later. So I'm going to go ahead and connect. And it'll be 10 seconds before, he starts talking. So in the meantime, he's going to actually say that we need to establish power. So I'm going to already get working on that power. Because as you know, this doesn't have an APU. It runs
Good afternoon, Captain.
Good afternoon to you too. As you may know, this aircraft uses its engine as an APU, but it just disconnects the propeller such that, get back over there. It disconnects its propeller and runs the engine without spinning the propeller. All right, we'll do that in just a second. So I got to put my brake on, which it is. Then we're going to come up here, make sure that the pressure is good. Then we come up here and turn on the prop brake so that it doesn't spin. Close that. It's looking good. And when that says prop brake ready, we'll go ahead. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the pump. And I'm going to windshield. I'm going to turn everything on the right because that's the engine that we're using. And I don't even know if this is right. I haven't time to study this. I really need to. But I do know that I need to turn on my nav lights because we're in the cockpit. So we're going to go ahead and do that. All right. So what's up with our prop brake? Let's see here. Okay, so that's on. Or at least I think it is. And yep, prop brake. Boom. So we're good to go. So let's go ahead and start this up.
Engine 2 cut out.
Okay, so we shouldn't have a spin. Excellent. use this time, now that we've got that going, to get our flight going. He's going to say something while I'm doing this. Start a flight. And we'll just say this is part of our career. It's really not, but I want the... Says Delta. It's a lie. Don't tell anybody.
Gonna stop the walk around now.
Okay, you handle that. All right, so we are going to November Zulu, November Victor. And that is to November Zulu, Charlie Hotel. Our flight number is, I'll make one up, 25432. That's fine. Cruising altitude is 25,000 feet. Our flight time, let me go see how long we were expected this flight to last. Our flight time should be 1 hour and 20 minutes. 1 hour and 20 minutes, so 1 hour, or should I say 1 hour and 20 minutes. Time until takeoff, I will say 15. 0. This will be 15 minutes. And we're using our, let's see, our ATC, so ATR72-500 series. And how many on my flight thing we got here? We've got 31 passengers. Nope, 67 passengers. So one less than a full load. Okay. Next, will we have, is a Wi-Fi equipped? Yeah, because we roll like that. Start. And now they will be coming on the aircraft. There they go. See, I got this going fast because, you know, even though I'm doing some mental health, I do have to work in the morning, so we're not going to take too long. All right, so back to work. So we'll use this time to quickly get our flight plan together. Clear. Position. We are at, turn this down a little bit so you can hear me. All right, so we are at November Zulu, November Victor. That's our set airport. And let's see. And then our destination will be November Zulu, Charlie Hotel. Oh, there we go. And our alternate will be November Zulu, Mike, Charlie. Alright, don't mess with me. Get in here, Charlie. Oh, actually, that's, no, I was right. Mike, Charlie. Oh, where'd he go? November Zulu. Maybe I typed it in wrong, but I don't think I did. Mike, Charlie, put it in. There it is. I guess I did type it in wrong. My bad. All right, so let's go ahead and get our navs together. So we will go making a direct to E, or Echo, Lima,
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Delta,
I would love to welcome you aboard our
Alpha,
flight.
Kilo.
When you find your seat, please be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you.
And
Unless
that's
you're in the front
the
row,
main waypoint that we're
place
going
all
to.
of
So
your
now we
items
just do
in
departure and arrival.
If you have any trouble finding a location for your carry-on items,
So our
please
departure
contact
will
us.
be
We'll happy to assist you.
Runway 22
After you put your carry-on inside of it, please close
and
the bin as a courtesy to
at
other
Adloot
Once
Q.
all your items are put away, please clear the aisle and sit down in your seat to allow other passengers to find their seats as well. If you are
Execute.
seated in an emergency exit
And
row,
our arrival
please leave the exit team responsibility
will be
in the card in the seat back in front of you. Please make sure you are willing and able to perform the actions required.
Runway
If you are not
20.
able or prefer not to perform these actions, please let a flight attendant know so you can be reseated. You are free to use your portable electronic devices during the boarding process. We ask that larger electronic devices are still
ILS
depart from the
20.
gate. Thank you and welcome aboard.
And we will be utilizing ELDA 3B. So need to Another page, Elda 3B. There we go. Excellent. Boom. All right, so our nav should be together. Let's just do a quick look. That looks about right. All right. 90 seconds until he comes back from the walk around.
We're ready to go when you are.
See how quick that was? That was beautiful. Thanks so much. All right, so in the meantime, I'll just make sure I got everything else going on right.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard flight 2542. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 20 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare cabin for departure.
All right, so we'll be doing RNAV, and we will turn on our RNAV so that will be what we're following. And let me just go ahead and do this real fast.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your complete attention.
I like to have my yoke, but it does block my display, so I have to be practical.
You'll notice a light illuminated above your seat.
I prefer
Please fasten your seatbelt low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings
the map
into
mode,
one another
so
and
that's how I roll.
Release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion
And we will be at 25,000 feet.
throughout the flight as you make
Oh, I forgot to tell you, I will not be using ATC tonight, so bear with
Take a few
me.
moments now to locate your nearest exit. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you.
So let me get
If
this
you
on
need to
departure.
evacuate the aircraft, floor-level lighting will guide you towards the exit. In the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth. Secure the elastic band behind your head. Tighten the strap.
And I thought, while she's talking, I'll just show you this is going to be our flight, following this star, which I mentioned earlier, or Sid rather, apologize. Then we'll fly this route and engage in our star. We will come around this way and back around. It's pretty cool. All right, so just giving you a look at the route that we will be flying.
Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the strap to tighten.
Let me put that back on the airplane.
If it doesn't inflate automatically, you may blow into the mouthpiece for
And since we're taking off on runway 22, let me go over here and say taxi, and then it's runway 22. But we're going to be flying a lot. This is like doesn't really. Let me just say it doesn't have a taxiway, so we'll be taxiing to the runway and then turning around.
We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight.
All right.
Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detector is located in the laboratory.
Let's go ahead and get this plane started.
All this information and more can be found in the safety code located in the seat back in front of you. We suggest reading this and letting a cabin member know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us again, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen. Tested. Flight instruments. Heading set. Altitude set. Parking brake. Set. Fuel control switches. Cut off. Checklist complete.
That's not entirely right, but you know what? We'll just roll with that. Okay, so before start flow, turn on the emergency lights, seatbelt lights, wing lights, and turn off the prop brake. And now you can see that propeller is free to turn. Alright, now I'm not sure how this is going to roll, because if you look, this doesn't really need a pushback. I can just turn, but I'm going to see what it does because I'm curious. What's it got going for computer defined? And I know there's one guy who like came on the page is like, dude, why are you even using a pushback? This plane can push itself back by, changing the prop position. And I was like, I guess you're right. He even sent me a video of it. So why am I doing it? Just so I can get my money's worth out of the ground crew. That's about it. I wish I could say it's more than that. Go ahead.
Go ahead, cockpit.
Cockpit to ground. Oh, wait. Go ahead.
Communication check. Please
Cabin
confirm the
is
brakes
ready
are
to take
set.
off.
Communications are good and the brakes are set.
Thanks.
Come on, you gotta love that. Cockpit to ground. Cockpit to ground. Saying go ahead on the thing, but I don't hear him. Well, before I even say that,
Before start checklist. Flight deck door. Locked. Passenger signs. Set. MCP. P3D V5.1 heading 0. Altitude 0. Set. Takeoff speed. Set. Set. CDU pre-flight. Completed. Trim. Set. Taxi and takeoff briefing. Completed. Beacon lights. On. Checklist complete.
cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, cockpit.
We are ready for pushback and engine start facing west.
Roger. Facing west. Release brakes.
Parking brake off.
Brakes released.
Okay. Commencing pushback.
Hey. Our wing walker. Rather curvaceous. She's pretty. Just saying.
You're cleared for high knee. Start your engines at your discretion.
Why, thank you.
Engine 1 cut out.
Where's he going? It almost feels like he's going to back me up all the way to the runway. So what I'm going to do is just ask him to stop here.
All engines stable.
Yes.
Pushback complete. Set parking brakes, please.
Brakes are set.
Roger.
I know my friend out there is going, you wouldn't have had that problem if you just backed it up with your props yourself. You're right.
Okay.
My bad.
Is disconnected and the equipment is clear. Thanks so long. Have a good flight.
Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. And have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Have a good flight. See you later.
All right. Setting flaps. Turning on taxi lights. Put that to off. We seem to be... Huh? There we go. All right. We're out of this puppy.
Taxi checklist. NIs. Recall. Checked. Auto brakes. RTO. Flight controls. Full left. Full right.
I'm actually pulling them back.
Go ahead, flight deck.
Let's see. Let's bring this back.
Go ahead, flight deck.
Oh, I forgot. Gotta take that off.
Full back. Full forward. Checked. Ground equipment. Clear. Checklist complete.
All right.
Parking brake off.
get our clearance. Let's say that we have now gotten our clearance since we're not using ATC. And we'll taxi into
Flight
position.
deck, this is your first officer. As you've already noted by looking out the window, we have some moderate weather with us today. Nothing that we anticipate will delay our departure. So for now, just sit back, relax, and we'll be in the air shortly.
Let's take a quick hot look. How's our crew? How's our cabin doing? Everybody seems happy. Only one seat left because, you know, we're one person under a full load. So that's good. All right, I'm gonna make this U-turn per se from the left. Toe brake here. There we go. Loving the frames per second. You know, as I mentioned to you, I upgraded my CPU, and it's now overclocked, I might add. I think it's overclocked to 4.8. All right.
Before takeoff checklist. Blast. Set. Checklist complete. Flight attendants prepare for takeoff.
All right. And away we go. Takeoff.
Feet alive. Checked. $80 checked.
I'm going to get a little extra rudder to keep it on the line, center line. V1, rotate.
V2.
V2.
Wind shear. On the right. Wind shear. Wind shear.
Gear up.
Wind shear. Landing gear up. Wind shear. 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 400 gear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear.
Beautiful.
Wind shear. 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 Wind shear.
Flaps up.
Wind shear. 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 LNAV on. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear.
All right, and we're going to turn on our IAS in just a moment.
Wind shear. Wind shear.
We essentially want it.
Wind shear. Wind shear.
That's 190. We're going to bring it down to climb at 173, which, as I understand, is standard climb.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear.
Okay.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Acceleration altitude.
Okay. Now we're just flying our flight director, keeping the proper pitch such that we maintain 173 knots.
LNAV off. LNAV on.
Okay, just so we're all on the same page. while we're climbing, I'm just going to make sure that, yep, there we go. So we should be direct to root V. All right, so that should display on our display, our, you know, our direct flight indicator. Flight director, rather. Sorry. I so do not multitask well. I need to concentrate. Now we need to take our power and adjust it to climb. Is that right? Yep. Climb power management. And we are going to go ahead and keep this attitude while turning onto our next course. Okay, we're going to turn off the wipers. And I will now engage the autopilot.
Autopilot on.
And now we are alignment and climbing. Excellent.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now passing through 10,000 feet. You can now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. As a reminder, please keep your seatbelt fastened while you're seated and do not congregate in the galley or near the lavatory. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. If you wish to connect
Passing
to
10,000
Wi-Fi,
feet.
you'll be directed to a page to pay a small fee for internet access. We do offer complimentary
After takeoff checklist.
to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi and you'll be able to access our wide range
Landing gear.
of live TV.
Off and off. Flaps. Off, no lights. Checklist complete.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move about the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when seated in case of unexpected turbulence.
How are we looking out here? Alright, so we're getting above the cloud cover. Not perfect, but decent departure. And we're now at 12,000 feet, so we're kind of getting out of here. Keeping our attitude such that we maintain 173 knots. Alright, now that we are nicely above the cloud cover, Let's take a look at our weather and just see if this is going to be with us the entire way. So we'll bring over here and map. Did we load our flight plan? I do not. Oh, we did. Great. And let's lock it on our aircraft. So we should be a little more than halfway through. We should be experiencing clear visibility or near visibility. So that's fine. All right, so back to the flight. All right, so I will bring you back as we're a little bit further along in our flight. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Beautiful! Absolutely. Say what you want about Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm not done with Prepared yet. Not yet. Okay, we are ready for descent. So we are going to lower our altitude to 4,000 feet.
Descent checklist. Recall. Checked. Dopes. Checked. Auto brakes. Set. Landing data. Checked. Approach briefing. Completed. Checklist complete.
And we're going to put our power rating on management on MCT. Okay. Beautiful. All right, we'll be back in a minute.
Transition altitude.
Okay, so our next
We have begun our final
ceiling,
descent
or should I say minimum, ceiling is 10,000 feet, so we'll be leveling out in just a moment.
Tables are stowed and seats are in a full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
And we'll hold this until we reach Sedum, of which we will start to descend to 4,000 feet. Beautiful day. Broken clouds, I think, is their accurate way of describing it. Okay, so I am excited because we're very close to PMDG releasing the update for the 777. So that is something I've really, really looking forward to, flying that one and doing a review on it. It's a good time in flight simulation in terms of hardware availability to get great frame rates, in terms of the offerings of the new programs such as, Microsoft Flight Simulator and, these, the robustness of, Prepared. So, hey, I'm digging it. All right, so now we'll lower this to 4,000 feet. And descent rate of about, let's say 1,800 feet per minute.
10,000 feet.
All right, we can think that he'd turn on the lights. Yep, he has turned on the landing lights.
Watch
Excellent.
airspeed.
Oh, yeah. Bring back the power for our descent. And I know there were some people who were like, oh, I've uninstalled my Prepared, I'm Microsoft Flight Simulator, all that. I have nothing, I'm taking nothing, as you've heard in many of my reviews, anything from Microsoft Flight Simulator, but until they get some study level aircraft, that's nothing more than a shiny new toy to me. Because really the glossiness and stuff wears off, and now you kind of want to get into things. Now, if you want to do general aviation, all day long, prepare for, use it to go through getting to know your aircraft, if that aircraft's on there to certify for a pilot license, go through procedures, all of that. Take nothing from it. I like liners. Now, they have just released an aircraft, a liner that's, I don't know if it's study level, they released the 737 MAX for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I have downloaded it. I installed it, but it's not showing up in my repertoire, and I only had so much time to try to tweak it to get it to work. So that'll be maybe something for the weekend, because I'll do a review on that as well. So looking forward to trying it out. It's just I haven't got it working yet. But all this is to say, I used to do Flight Simulator and Prepared, I'll probably do Microsoft Flight Simulator and, Prepared still. Especially, as long as... Now, here's the question you have to ask. If and when PMDG starts releasing aircraft for Flight Simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator, would I buy the equivalent aircraft in Microsoft Flight Simulator and Prepared? Because that's, over $100 of investment in one plane, much less two. And when we were doing when it was Microsoft Steam Edition, Flight Simulator Steam, Flight Simulator 10 Steam Edition, and Prepared, I was buying both. Maybe not at the same time, but I was going back and forth. I do not know if I will do that this time. That's something that I am thinking ahead to. We'll see. I will buy, of course, the first PMDG aircraft that's released for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and we will see if it holds up to the scrutiny. And we'll make a decision. I'm just not there yet, if that makes any sense to anybody. So, that being said, we'll keep it moving. Okay. So we're about to be at 4,000 feet, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a little bit more power because we're about to level out. And now I will make the altitude. As soon as we cross this waypoint, we'll make it 3,000 feet. Because we'll be at flight level 202 when we start our descent, or start our final, rather. Okay, seems that we have a little bit of turbulence here. That's fine. A little plane shaking a little bit. Sweet. Okay, we're holding at 190 knots, and I'm fine with that. So we'll leave it here. We can see the airfield, you know, on the right side. And we'll be landing on runway 20. Now, is this a third-party airfield? No, I don't recall purchasing this airfield, but when I did buy the scenery for South Island and North Island for from Orbix, you know, they've updated a great deal of their airports so that they are a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. So I expect that this is going to be one of those airports. Okay, so now this is to 3,000 feet. So I expect some nice visuals. For landing. Not too worried about that. And I do realize you don't see it on your monitor, but for my monitor using the 49-inch ultra-wide, this is one thing that I do not regret. Because I was wondering, well, should I just get higher resolution monitors? Because I used to use 327 inches because they weren't high definition. And I thought, well, maybe I should get, because I don't want to, you know, if you're going to a 49-inch, you're really losing the benefit of one screen. But, excuse me. No regrets whatsoever. For what you lose in one screen, you gain in no. Someone corrected me on this, as a matter of fact. I was saying bezels, but bevel, so my bad. You know, you're gaining, you know, screen because you have no bevel in between. It's just ultra, you know, wide, and love it. So if anybody's out there and you're wondering, well, I'm a flight simulator person. Do I really want to invest in an ultra wide? Yes. Yes. Do you have to have the biggest and the baddest? No, you do not. Like this one I have here was one of the most affordable ones, and it's been performing wonderfully. I can't remember the name because the logo doesn't really express it. It's a little symbol. But if you check out my previous videos on ultra wide, you can see that I talk about it in detail. But I also bought a Samsung for my other. Built another gaming computer because I just use this now just simply for flight simulation. Anything else I do, first-person shooter or driving, I use on that one. But that's also my /work computer. So it really served two purposes. Because I just didn't like having to take down all the peripherals to do something else. It was getting a little what's the word I'm looking for? Inconvenient. Plus, you know, it gave me an opportunity to specialize that computer for a lot of stuff that I do for work anyway. So it was really a win-win. Okay, so we're now coming to our final. So we will hold 2,000 feet until we get to FI-20, and then we will begin our descent. So we should be seeing our
2,500.
localizer very, very soon. So I'm going to bring the speed back. And now we will be turning onto our final. So we should be... Oh, there's something I forgot to do. Forgive me. I need to put on our... It's going to be 110. Talking to y'all. 110.3. Luckily the LNAV is holding that, so that's good. And that's on 10. Switch that. And our course should be 196. Luckily, we're going to hold this for a minute. I should have done that earlier, so my apologies. 196. There we go. And we can go ahead and hit the localizer. So we can, oh yeah, RNAV off, and we can turn this to VOR, and then we can say nav.
LNAV off. LNAV on.
Oh, sorry.
LNAV off.
There we go. And then the VOR.
LNAV on.
All right, and we're above our glide slope, so we will
Autopilot off.
bring back our throttles, but we're
Landing
fine.
checklist. Speed brake arm. Speed brake. Armed. Landing gear. Down. Flaps.
Second.
Set. Checklist complete. Gear. Landing gear. Prepare for landing gear. Gear.
Okay, we're a little fast, but we'll bleed that off. So that was a mistake on my part.
500.
But we've recovered. Okay, we're on the glide slope.
300.
And just from the visuals, it's looking like the airport's looking rather nice, actually.
Minimum.
Continue.
Minimums. 200.
There we go.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 100 knots. 80 knots. Reverse thrust.
There we go.
Reverse idle.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached our destination. The local time is 2:38 p.m. and it's currently about 14 degrees Celsius.
Let's see if we can hear a marshaller.
Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete
Not
stop,
available
and then
for
people
Ultimate Ground Crew, so we'll do it
Remember
with,
to be cautious when opening the overhead bins, as items may have shifted during the flight.
what do you call
This is your final destination. Continue for flying
We'll do it with
and we'll
GSX.
see you again.
and I think we will come in on 28. No, we'll do 26.
Welcome to our destination. We'll be taxiing for a few moments. Please take seat with your seatbelt fastened. For the weather, it's dry and moderate Once again, thanks for flying. We hope to see you on a future flight.
Okay, and so the flight first officer, corrected the aircraft, brought the flaps up, all that good stuff. So wonderful. And just out of curiosity, how's everybody act? 82% satisfaction. Yeah, they're a little chill. So yeah, it's not like a super detailed airport, but it's definitely, got a little bit more going on than if it was just the stock generic airport for Prepared. So I'm impressed. I'm happy. All right, we should see our marshaller in just a second. At least I hope. Because what did I say? 26. Okay, so maybe I should have said 22. That's okay. Let's see if I can quickly... Yeah, I said 26, of which somebody is out of pocket. So let's just change parking from that to 22. Do that real fast. And it's small. Should have done that in the first place. Okay. There they are. Excellent. Okay. Bring it back a little. Excellent.
Parking brake on. Parking brake off.
Huh?
Parking brake on.
Sorry about that. Cut it off. And we are good. Go ahead and open those doors. And as she walks off, we can say that we've had a successful flight. Well, thank you very much, everybody. Greatly appreciate you tuning in and hope you enjoyed the flight. I had a couple of mistakes here and there, but it was still fun. Glad I came into this airport. Never flew into it before. Loved it. Love this livery for New Zealand Air. This was a good little mental health exercise for me, so I appreciate you tuning in. I look forward to seeing you all on the next flight and seeing you in the virtual skies. Ooh, before we go, let's just see how everybody, okay, so they're getting off, they're hightailing it. For a plane this size, I might give like the normal deboarding time, but suffice it to say, I'm curious to see how well they thought of the flight. But we're out of here. Take care. Bye-bye.